Good morning. Um, this is my worm bin. I've got two of them, in fact. There's the other one right there. And on this one, as you can see, I went ahead and poured some rainwater on top of it, inside of it, should I say, and see how it's draining at the bottom. So it's going through all those worm castings and it's making a kind of an extract. Sometimes it even brings all worm castings down into it and such. And so that's how I don't make worm tea, but what I do is, like I say, it's kind of like an extract. And then what I do is I use this old shop bag that I kept from the times where I used to work in fiberglass, and I use this right here to then just uh, vacuum it on out. And right there, I got that right there, and I'll mix that with half and half in water and apply it to my plants or wherever. And let me show you the inside of it. This is it right here. You can see, all the, it's pretty wet, like I said, because I went ahead and dropped all that water into it. There's different things being eaten. This other one, it's still dry. I haven't dropped anything into it, so it's easier to pull out. And if you look closely, as soon as you move this stuff around, you can, let's dig deeper. There you go. There's all kinds of worms right there. It's all full of worms. I can also just go ahead and scoop the top of this. Just scoop the top of it and apply it directly into uh, onto the plant itself, or the roots and stuff like that. Right here, you can see that there's plants, that have taken root. They can be just about anything that I've grown. But see, this is just worm poop. And right here's where I'm feeding them. So this is where the concentration of them should be a lot more. I just don't want to dig any deeper than just barely the top of it, so I won't disturb anything any more than I have to. But it is full of worms. And when I scoop them out, I'll take the worm castings and I'll also take worms with it. Nice thing about it is that it'll just regenerate more worms. And most of my uh, beds are actually have worms all over them too, So, but I try and do things, as simple and as inexpensive as possible, and with whatever it is that I may have on hand, So, like I said, right there you can see, where it's all puddling right there and stuff like that. And I'll do the same thing to that other one. And then, like I said, I will use it as a fertilizer on my plants. Over here is all the grass clippings, and other stuff. When I mow the lawn, um, I'll use the bagger, and this way I'll get it all up and just put it in there, And that in itself is full of nitrogen because it's grass. And there's two different stages here. And what I'll do with this is I will use it as a mulch to begin with. I will use it as a mulch on top of it, and it'll degrade into uh, fertilizer or compost, really, on beds themselves. Over here, I've got a lot of, I got some bark, and I've got all kinds of sticks and all kinds of this and that. Like I said, it provides a home for nature during the winter. And I'll let all that degrade or whatever, or even burn it because I love burning stuff, that, which is why I have that thing over there to burn and all kinds of wood laying around here that I will burn. But if you notice, everything that I do, I try and do it as with what I have on hand. Um, Read somewhere where uh, the microbes in the soil, need to have some kind of interaction with plants, so they can uh, continue, using the sun and whatever. And so This year I just let all the weeds, grow back up. It's better than having a bare soil as far as I'm concerned, and then I'll just plow them under or do whatever, when I decide to plant something else. But as you can see, I've been lucky that just about anything and everything grows here just by setting in the ground, simply because I've uh, I've I put more attention to building up the soil instead of and not overdoing it with fertilizers or whatever. Just be as natural as possible. But see, to me, it's a hobby. It's a hobby, and uh, so I just mess around with it. I'm not saying to do things the way I do because no, uh, uh, I'm learning myself, and I'm just using what I learn and what I think is right, But it makes life interesting. Right there, I have this uh, project right there that I will be working on pretty soon, and maybe make a hydroponic out of it. But anyway, that's what I'm doing today. You guys have a nice day.